What's up, guys? I'm Danny,
I'm JJ.
and this is the
The
Late
Late
Night
Night
Shit
Shit
Show. You almost missed that.
That's what I was worried about.
It's fine. You did it. You made it.
Did
Hello.
it? Okay.
Um. Welcome to.
Welcome to Am I the Asshole Fridays? That's what we're doing?
Advice Fridays.
Advice Fridays.
Advice
Okay.
Fridays / Am I the Asshole Fridays.
Okay.
Might
Where
be.
here we will be going through Am I the Asshole and Reddit or comments from you guys and giving our unwarranted advice.
Yes. This is where we give our opinions and our advice that isn't asked for or warranted or needed, but we're gonna give it anyway because we don't give a damn.
Yes.
Sorry, I buffered and I had a stroke. Leave me alone. Okay? I'm tired. Alright, I'm gonna go
It's
first.
fucking 9 o'clock. It's almost your bedtime.
It is my bedtime. Alright.
Yeah, you go first.
Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law I wasn't asking for her opinion?
Oh. No.
It actually doesn't have a thingy that says whether they are or aren't.
I mean, neither
This
do
was posted
mine.
2 hours ago. Alright.
Okay.
So my mom asked me to drive her to a doctor's appointment the other day. On the way to the hospital with her, I got this text from my mother-in-law asking how I was going to get her home and offering to give me a ride after dropping her off. So sweet of her. I really appreciated the offer. However, my mom, a 47-year-old fully capable woman by the way, already made plans to just chill with me at my house until she feels good enough. As long as the doctor didn't say that was dangerous. I told this to my mother-in-law, and this was her response. No, please, drive her home. That is not safe. It's not about how she feels. It's those drugs are in her system, so she's making a really bad decision. That's why she's supposed to have a ride and get home. It's about safety. Let me read that again. That was completely the mother-in-law, and I think I separated it as if it wasn't the mother-in-law. No, please drive her home. It's not safe. It's not about how she feels. It's those drugs are in your system, so she's making a really bad decision. That's why she's supposed to have a ride and get home. It's about safety. I try my best to practice setting a healthy boundary here. However, I do feel kind of bad because she's literally not talked to me since. Normally, when she says things that make me feel like she's encroaching on my boundaries, I try to redirect instead of saying something outright like this to keep the peace. But she's been kind of relentless lately, so I thought this was a good, clear opportunity to try to talk to her a bit. This is what I said. Okay, mother in law's name. As she was not necessarily asking for advice here, we definitely are more than capable of figuring something out. I appreciate the offer very much, but we're all adults here who can make responsible decisions. I do understand your concern, but we have everything under control. She responds with, "You know what? My name? Question mark. Wow, I nursed for many years, so I was giving advice from a different avenue. But I hear you, and no ride. Have a great day." I finally just said this, and I've had no response back since. I wasn't meaning to be snarky or anything whatsoever. I do seem to remember a conversation we've had in the past where I've given you suggestions similar to this situation, where you're giving me a suggestion, and you've told me something to the effect of, "I'm an adult, my name, I can figure that out myself." I'm just asking for the same courtesy. I'm an adult. I appreciate the initial comment, but I felt like you continued to push the issue farther than I was comfortable with. Long story short, my mom's nurse said she got a different type of anesthesia that's super short term. So while they're technically supposed to advise against driving for 24 hours, they all but gave her the go ahead to go just as far as home after eating and resting a while. She felt perfectly normal as expected and got home safe. The mother in law is definitely a difficult personality most of the time, but we really do try our best to stay on her good side. Am I the asshole for asking her to back off a little? Edit. Lots of names. Oops. Um,
I would say not the asshole.
I would say not the asshole either. I'm not completely sure exactly what the. I think there were some typos in what the mother-in-law originally said that I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is just in general confusing. Because it says, my mom asked me to drive her to a doctor's appointment the other day. On the way to the hospital with her, I got a text from mother-in-law asking how I was gonna get her home and offering to give me a ride after dropping her off. And then said that he appreciated it and said already made plans to just chill with his mom had already made plans to chill with me at my house until she feels good enough, as long as the doctor didn't say that it was dangerous. I told this to my mother-in-law, and this was her response. So I think he was dropping her off and waiting for her to be done to be able to drive her back to his house until she was done with the anesthesia.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And it sounds like the mother-in-law wanted to pick him up from the hospital beforehand. And then I guess in explanation of that, it was like, no, please drive her home. It's not. I think her response was to the part of, as long as the doctor didn't say that it was dangerous, because the mom was able to drive back home herself
Yeah.
after the thing because the anesthesia wasn't that bad. But the mother in law, being a nurse, was like, no, drive her home.
Okay.
It's not safe. And they were like, the original uh, poster was like, um, was like, hey, didn't need your opinion. Understand that you're a nurse, but the doctor's got it. If I
Yeah.
have to drive her home, I'll drive her home. If she's
Her doctor's got it.
yeah,
That part.
and I think she just kind of got butthurt on the fact of, and like, you've been a nurse for so many years, but like, just
Yeah, OP could have
keep her nose out of somebody else's
kind of
business.
organized that a little better. Like,
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of context kept out.
yeah.
There could have been a
There
little
wasn't
more
like a lot
explanation.
to like go off of.
Ah,
What?
you're the asshole. Every time one of my family members goes in for any procedure with light anesthesia, they're advised not to drive for a full 24 hours. The drugs are mostly gone from your system within a few hours, but it can take full 24 hours for the medications to clear out of your bloodstream. In the meantime, the patient's reflexes and judgments are impaired. If this was any nurse aside from your mother in law who was urging you to be extra cautious, you would have probably reacted better than you did. You should listen because you're not only putting your mother at risk, allowing her to drive, you're putting other people on the road at risk. That's irresponsible. Don't wave off solid advice from a medical professional. You do so at your own risk.
Yeah, don't wave off medical.
And
Don't wave
somebody
off advice from a medical professional when her doctor said it was okay for her to drive. But okay, guy.
Somebody responded to that. Except in the post, OP specifically says that her nurse and the medical staff at the hospital cleared her to drive home. This wasn't a decision OP and her mother made without medical advice or guidance. Why is the mother in law's advice better or more correct than what they were told in the staff/medical professionals at the hospital who did the procedure?
Thank you. Thank you.
I think then that person responded back, said, OP said my mom's nurse says she got a different type of anesthesia that she was short term, so while they're technically supposed to advise against 24 hours, the nurse told her that they're supposed to advise against driving for 24 hours. There's a reason the rules exist. Safety. If OP's mother caused a car accident after being given advice to drive before that 24-hour period, the practice would most likely produce paperwork signed by Opie's mother stating that she was advised not to drive for 24 hours. If the asshole, your mother was incredibly irresponsible in driving after giving anesthesia. Right. I think the consensus here is the asshole. You don't really know much about your history with mother-in-law, so I'm going to judge on the specific incident. So here are the chain events. You accompanied your mom for a procedure that requires anesthesia, but your mom was driving and not you. Your mother-in-law offered to drive you home after you drove your mom back to her home, and then would have no car. This is very sweet of her. You tell her that you'll only drive your mom to your home for a bit, and then she'll drive back to her home herself later in the day. Now, your mother-in-law, being a nurse, presents the concern that one is advised to not drive the same day. You don't know any better as of now and rely on doctor's permission, yet you send a very rude remark back to her. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't need your advice. Post procedures, a nurse explains that this is a milder anesthesia, hence, while she said technically not drive for 24 hours, it should be okay for her to drive. So you proceed with your plans and all goes well. The things is, those technicalities exist for a reason. Anesthesia may have random side effects, but don't notice at first. It can suddenly make people feel sleepy, drowsy. Just because it didn't happen this time doesn't mean your mother in law was encroached or giving any bad advice. Even if you didn't want to accept her offer, the response could have been more polite. You could have said, "Thanks for the offer. I'll check the I'll check the same with her doctor once and let you know if I am indeed going to have to bother you."
I feel like a lot of people in the comments, especially the ones who were like, "Oh, well, you could have been nicer to her. You didn't have to say it like that." Did they not read the one part where the mother-in-law also does the exact same thing to OP?
He she had done,
Yeah, she had done in the
and
past.
that's why they brought it up.
Exactly. I'm just,
They they could have
we
worded it.
also don't know how good of a nurse the mother-in-law is. Maybe she's a shitty nurse.
I do kind of agree they could have worded it better. I mean, they did say, "Okay, mother-in-law."
I
Actually,
do
was
feel like the text was petty, yes.
yeah, it was. I was not necessarily asking for advice here. We definitely are more of capable of figuring. It could have been
It could have been
worded
said,
better.
it could have been worded better, yes, but after every time that you try to give her advice and she's like, "I'm an adult, I can do this on my own," it
But
kind of gets annoying.
it says at the end that the mother-in-law has a difficult personality to deal with. So it's kind of like a probably a built up,
Exactly.
like just like
That's what I was getting at. It's
you're
probably
putting
like built
you've
up.
put your advice where it wasn't needed previously, and it came to a point where it was just kind of like, hey, I wasn't asking.
Yeah.
I can see where you're the asshole, and I can see where you're not the asshole.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
You're the asshole for not
letting your mom drive
yeah,
still under anesthesia,
but that's not what they're asking.
but you're not the asshole for sticking up for your like having a
Yeah.
reaction
And the
towards your
post is
mother-in-law.
asking if they're the asshole for having a reaction towards the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So no, you're not the asshole.
No.
To answer your question, you are not the asshole. But you are wrong for letting your mother drive home.
Yes. And why
I
would
hate when people don't pay attention to the main focus of the story. Like, that wasn't the question, guys.
your turn?
My turn. Okay. Am I the asshole for divorcing my wife over Botox/fillers? This is my short one, by the way.
Did he sound short? Okay. That was great.
Tears coming out of my eyes. Alright. My wife is beautiful, and she always has been one to turn heads and draw attention with her natural looks. I love her face, her expressions, smile lines, all of it. I explained to her that I thought the treatments changed her face in a negative way. The puffiness, the shiny/paralyzed forehead, the overall fake look are a major turnoff for me. She agreed and promised and swore that she wouldn't do that anymore. Fast forward 6 months, and I noticed the change in her forehead again and confronted her. She instantly got defensive and said I can't tell her what to do, etc. I let things cool down, We had another long discussion about it in which she said she saw my point and would stop. 4 months later, I get the big fuck you, and she initially tries to say a mask tightened her skin, which I knew was bullshit. Then came the defensiveness again. I told her I was done. She can do whatever she wants. I told her I was done. She can absolutely do whatever she wants to her face, but I don't have to watch it. I'm filing for divorce tomorrow, and I'm being made to feel like I'm petty. I feel like my feelings are. I feel like I'm being made. Ugh, but I'm being made to feel like I'm petty. Like my feelings are not justified. Yes, I can tell when it's done, and I hate it, but the behavior behind it is even more concerning. With the secrecy and lying, I feel like in a marriage we should consider each other's feelings and our actions, and if she came to me with such a concern, I would stop just because I value her opinion most.
Hmm. You're a soft asshole.
I don't really know about that. I don't.
I feel like I feel like they're a soft asshole for the fact of it's all looks based. They're not liking you because of the way it makes them look, and that's
But I'm one of those people who feel like, yeah, if you want an attractive partner, that's okay. Don't make it like everything about them, but like if you want a partner that's attractive, that's fine. It's a preference.
no, yeah, no. That's why I said soft asshole. You're allowed to not like it and everything. It's going to hurt the other person. You're because you literally tell them like I don't like how you look anymore, and I'm gonna divorce you because of it. But I feel like at the same time, soft asshole. That's only a portion of it. You're not the asshole for also divorcing her because she says that she's going to stop doing it.
Right, that part. She
Incorporation of your
keeps
feelings,
lying to him
and
about
then
it.
continues
And
to do it and then deflects it.
this has been over a year. Cuz fast forward 6 months and then 4 months later I get the big F you. That's 12 months. That's a year.
And where's this money coming from? That shit's
Right, that too.
expensive.
Depends on where you go. My mom and Kev get Botox.
I know it's still expensive. It's like a few $100.
Depends on where you go.
I guess.
Um yeah, the behavior behind it is even more concerning, but the secrecy and the lying.
Mhm. You're not the
And
ass.
also, I feel the same way as him. I feel in a marriage we should consider each other's feelings and our
Yes.
actions.
Yes.
For sure.
100%.
And the comments do not agree with us.
No.
Oh, OP, so many red flags, so many missing parts to this bullshit post, so many sad little excuses, so much misogyny. I'm still shook you referred to your spouse as defiant.
Did they?
Right, that's what I'm looking at for. What? I feel like they edited the post because now it's not here. The word defiant is not in this post. I did not say that word.
Is it implied at all?
No, they like put defiant in quotations.
No, I mean like his in their thing is like them calling their partner defiant implied. And I don't think from what I heard it doesn't sound like he was even implying that they were being defiant.
No, that's I'm.
I
This
mean,
post was also archived. Um,
it just sounds like they didn't like the
I
boat.
pray your poor wife runs far and fast from you as she can. You're toxic as fuck. You're the asshole. How would you have reacted if she initially said, "I don't want to stop Botox and fillers"? context from other comments. Could have been in a comment that he called her defiant.
Mm.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing any comments from OP. Actually, I think OP deleted the account. Because there's no account. It's just, am I the asshole? Yeah, I think he deleted the account, and that's why it's archived. Okay.
Yeah. And he probably got reamed. Alright.
Well, I'm just wondering, because it was only 180 days ago.
Well, yeah, he probably got reamed and was like, oh, damn, delete.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
What? Okay.
Alright. Time for advice.
I'm just... he's horny for younger women. He isn't happy with how she's aging. She isn't happy with how she's aging. She's doing the only thing...
Where are these coming from?
Right? I'm so confused. Maybe I just picked a shitty post.
Maybe. It's fine, though. Alright.
Check post history, obviously, the asshole.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Girlfriend, female 22, wants to be submerged. No. Not submerged.
Submerged.
Girlfriend, female 22, wants to be surrogate for her cousin M30. I can't support it.
I don't really think that's your decision, bro, Chacho.
Okay. My male 22, girlfriend, female 22, cousin, male 30, asked her to be the surrogate of his child, and I am deeply against it, but I don't want to lose her. Her cousin is a gay man and therefore can't have a child with his partner in the traditional way. I love him very much. He is so loving and a genuine joy to be around. Recently, he asked my girlfriend to be the surrogate, not an egg donor, of his child, so that it shares his blood. However, her cousin is adopted and not related to my girlfriend by blood, nor would it be her egg, so I am having a hard time grasping that. They both have brought it up to me kind of excitedly. My girlfriend gave a kind of warning conversation like, hey, I would like to do this and I want to tell you now up front, but I don't know whether she is fully 100% committed or not, and the cousin has brought it up more casually, but I didn't say anything in response. It was on a game and other people were in the conversation, so I just let them say, oh, how beautiful. When my girlfriend first brought it up, I expressed my concerns, but it was such a visceral reaction. I didn't know how to explain my feelings very well in that moment. After more thought, I realized that I see pregnancy as something so special. We are literally using our love to create a new life, and that intimacy would be exclusive to us. But her carrying another man's child feels like a violation of that, and I fear that I only feel resentment and it will drive us apart. Any advice on how to share my feelings without blowing everything up?
No.
Dude, this reminds me of I've seen like 2 TikToks of this guy yelling at his wife that her using a tampon is cheating.
I have such a hatred for those kinds of men.
He said her giving birth to their son was cheating and that she should have gotten a C-section.
He's just mad the baby's gonna be farther than he ever was.
And he was like, and the doctor.
Genuinely, I
And
don't even understand how that thought process even works. How do you get there?
And it was cheating that there was male doctors and nurses in the labor room helping her give birth. And that he's never gonna get his prostate examined because that's gay.
And you know what's crazy? Those are the type of men to have cancer down there.
Like, oh my lord. Alright, edit. To be clear, I have no intentions of stopping or forbidding her surrogacy. This is solely her decision. For those who fail to understand this, I invite you to reread my question at the end. I'm looking for the best way to express my feelings in a way that is true to myself and respectful to her values. Commenting and disagreeing that it's her body, her choice. It's not helpful because I already fully agree with you. I'm not looking for a way to take that choice away, but regardless, because of the way I was raised and the values I hold, I, I would be affected by her choice. I simply want advice on how to best talk to her about these feelings. Okay.
I do understand wanting to get it out there, but what is the end goal of having that conversation? What do you see the end goal as having that conversation?
That's a good question. I there's a second edit.
Me too.
I partially believe that he's just trying to. He just wants to relay his feelings to his girlfriend.
Which I understand that. I get that.
I think it's just
But
he wants.
what do you think is going to happen when you do that? I'm not saying he should keep it in or anything. I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
maybe talk to a third party about it, like a therapist or something.
Yeah.
Because I do think if you talk to your girlfriend about having those kinds of feelings towards her being a surrogate, she's not going to want to do it anymore.
I mean, that's up to her.
I mean, it is.
But I mean, that's.
Would be,
I think
that would sway me personally. That would sway me a lot. If my boyfriend was uncomfortable with me being a surrogate, that would sway me a lot.
But I mean, that's. You're in a relationship with somebody that you plan on hopefully having, well, not hopefully, but assuming that they're planning on having kids along the way, and he has feelings about it. So if it does sway that, like, oh, you feel this way, I completely understand. I'm not gonna do it. That's perfectly fine. You don't have, like, she doesn't have to stop it, but he still also should voice it instead of holding it until afterwards.
I'm just wondering that when he voices it,
Yeah.
if she takes it negatively,
Like if she likes snapping at him and everything.
or even if she's like, okay, well, I'm still doing this. Like, even if she doesn't take it negatively, she takes it positively, but she's like, I still want to do this.
Then
What are you gonna do from there?
From the first edit, it just sounds like he just wants to get his thoughts out there and, like, let her know this is how I'm feeling before it. But it, like, he's like, I completely agree. It's her body, her choice. She gets to choose. It's just, this is how I'm gonna feel about it. This is how I may feel about it. All right, edit 2. It would be incest. Let's get this straight. Update. A simple, transparent conversation solved everything. It was a plan they loosely joked about years ago before her and I started dating and discussing plans for kids/marriage. I came up again It came up again briefly a few months ago when she gave me that heads up that this was something she's considering doing for her cousin. Until this point in our conversation, we were not aware that a surrogate had to have already successfully carried a baby to term, probably because it was only an option thrown into the air without any additional planning or investigating. I think everything went wrong when I heard about it from the cousin over that game of Fortnite last night, and I perceived it as something much more real than it was. The next conversation is probably with him so that we all understand the details of any potential surrogacy or my strong feelings about it. She agreed that this is a decision for both people in the relationship because she's fucking great. Because I'm already grossed out with Reddit from the past 16 hours, that's all y'all get. Just know that I was foolish to ever doubt our relationship, leaving Reddit to go look for a ring.
I mean, shit, she got a ring. I don't have nails, but click, 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 click.
Oh, there's no clicking.
I can hear it a little bit.
That's my fingertips. Well, damn.
I don't really have a lot to say about that. I feel like it wrapped up pretty nicely, though.
I think it was just.
I also did not know that surrogates had to have a baby before.
It makes sense though.
It does make sense.
I didn't know that either, but it makes sense. Because I mean, they want to make sure that if they're putting,
there's not going to be any complications.
Yes, they're putting money into this person for them to give birth to this baby.
Yes.
They need to know that they can
actually give birth
to
the
baby. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Shit does happen for sure, unexpected shit. But
so basically, what happened is he just blew everything a little. He just started overthinking it.
Yeah, the way it sounds like the way it was brought up originally, it sounded like it was happening.
Yeah.
Because it was during a game with other people, so he was just kind of sitting there just processing it.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to say anything, and I guess the way it was brought up, it was brought up like this is gonna happen, and he was kind of sitting there like,
oh, this is happening right now.
like what's happening? Like that's our fucking cousin. That's like what's happening here?
But technically, it's not her cousin because he's adopted.
But that's the thing. Edit 2 says it would not be incest. Let's get that straight. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you got not the advice you needed.
Right.
But you got to where you needed to go.
Yep.
You put a ring on it. Good job. Critical Doctor 9691. Good job.
Alright. Me turn.
Your turn. Advice. Last advice of the day.
Alright, this is an Am I the Asshole?
What's the name of the asshole?
Yes.
Thought I said pick an advice.
Thought
I said pick advice.
Sorry.
Don't listen.
Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Male. Male 22 for emotionally distancing myself from my long distance relationship girlfriend, female 23, after repeatedly begging for boundaries. Repeat that. Am I the asshole for emotionally distancing myself from my long distance relationship girlfriend after repeatedly begging for boundaries? He's 22, she's 23.
Okay.
And this is the guy.
Okay.
So basically, there are two guys in my girlfriend's life that I really don't like. Before people call me insecure or controlling, just hear me out until the end. First guy, let's call him John. He's technically her coworker. My girlfriend is abroad while I'm back here home, so yeah, we're thousands of miles apart. At first, I didn't think much of him, but last December, he gifted her this expensive accessories collection box. Not just one bracelet or something small, literally a whole collection, knowing she loves accessories. That instantly felt weird to me. Later on, my suspicion grew, so one day I asked her to show me her chats. She agreed immediately without hesitation. I checked everything and honestly found nothing suspicious. Then I checked John's chats. The guy was clearly flirting, sending flirty reels, texts, even happy Valentine's Day messages, and stuff like that. My girlfriend never flirted back. Her replies were dry, professional. Late replies sometimes ignored him completely. She even had him muted. What bothered me was that she never directly shut it down either. Like, never said, keep it professional or don't talk to me like that. One day, while we're on a call, she reached work and that guy approached her and said in this rude, possessive tone, "Why didn't you reply to my text?" And she brushed it off, saying she just woke up and couldn't reply. That pissed me off badly, mostly at him, but also at her for allowing that kind of behavior. Mind you, they don't even work side by side. He works night shift from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m., while she works morning shift from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. I told her I didn't want her talking to him outside work and asked her to unfollow/block him because the vibes were clearly off, and it genuinely felt like the guy was trying to get close to her knowing she already had a boyfriend. But her response was, "It'll create awkwardness at work. What if he asks why I blocked him? I'll just ignore him and keep it professional." And honestly, that hurt me more than the situation itself. Sorry. I started feeling like my feelings mattered less than some random guy's comfort. Now the second guy is even worse. Let's call him Mark. Apparently, he's one of her best friends. She says he helped her during her low phase emotionally, supported her and cared for her, etc. We talked once we talked once through her and I really didn't like the energy he gave off. So I asked one of my friends from his college about him. My friend straight up said he's two-faced, flirty, and kind of a pervert. To confirm it, I even asked one of my female friends to follow him on Instagram just to see what kind of person he is. And guess what? The guy replied to her story within 2 days. Flirty behavior. The funny part is, he already has a girlfriend. That's when I seriously asked my girlfriend to cut him off too, because honestly, I felt embarrassed having people like that around her. Eventually, she agreed and unfollowed him too after I explained everything, but then again, she said, wouldn't it be harsh to unfollow without explanation? And what will he think? And I'm not gonna lie, hearing that genuinely made me lose attraction little by little. It's not even about jealousy at this point. I'm not scared she'll cheat or anything. We're deeply connected. Both families know about us. We know each other's siblings and cousins. We're basically on call 24/7 except the time when she's at work for around 7 to 8 hours. She upstate me via text during that time too. She gives me time, effort, reassurance, and doesn't act shady. I also meant via, not via. And
Is there
that
a difference?
it's just pronunciation.
I would say via.
Hmm?
Via sounds better than via. To me, I
Yeah.
would say via.
I use them interchangeably. It just depends on what word comes before it.
Mm.
um, she gives me time, effort, reassurance, and doesn't act shady. But what hurts is that every single time I feel like I have to beg for basic boundaries. I feel like if someone made her uncomfortable, I'd cut that person off instantly think without even thinking twice. So why does it feel so difficult for her? She did unfollow both guys in the end, but I wish she did it because she wanted to protect the relationship, not because I had to explain and argue repeatedly. I used to genuinely worship this girl. Now I feel myself slowly pulling away emotionally, and I hate that feeling. Feeling emotionally detached after repeatedly begging for basic boundaries. Am I the asshole?
No.
No, I don't think you're the asshole.
The
However,
first
I
guy,
do think that someone needs to talk to the girlfriend and be like, "It's okay to unfollow people," cuz I used to be like that. And now I'm like, it's social media. Half the time they don't even notice.
no.
Like, I don't notice when people unadd me, so why would other people notice when I unadd them?
Yeah. The first guy, I can understand if she felt uncomfortable doing so.
Especially because he works with her too. Like, they
Works
work
with
at the
her
same
and the
job.
way he acts towards her.
Exactly. Like, he knows
Being
where she works, he knows where she probably lives, and he knows her car.
being a girl that works in a male dominant field, it'll feel a lot safer just to keep the peace than to completely like,
No, get away from me.
especially if he's gonna be like, why didn't you answer my text?
Yeah, as soon as she pulls into the parking lot, too.
Yeah.
Why didn't you answer my text? Did you wait for me to get here? Because he gets off the same time she starts.
Like, and I'm sorry, he gets off the time that she starts. Is he a manager? Is he a supervisor? Why does he have her connection to begin with?
Yeah, I have no idea. They didn't explain that. It was just they work in the same office building. Yeah.
And it's
Mind
just
you, they don't even work side by side. He works night shift from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. while she works morning shift from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
it just gives creep.
It does.
And the friend
Yeah, the best friend.
sounds like a guy that's stuck around because he likes her.
Mind you, he also has a girlfriend.
Yeah. But they're in their early 20s.
Yeah, they are.
So
He's
it's
22, she's 23.
not that it's right, but it's expected.
True. Buddy, you can't handle this relationship for whatever reason, and you're making it uncomfortable for both of you. Just break up and move on. Okay.
No, it sounds like
It seems like she respected. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are not agreeing with us. But it's Reddit, so.
No, like it sounds like they figured it out, but there's going to be that kind of like sit there and go, well, like it kind of sucks that I had to sit and beg you to do that.
No, yeah. Like, everyone's like, oh, but her side, but his side. The side that we're actively reading about people.
Like you got to think about both sides. Yes. Like I said, the first guy sounds like a creep. Should block him. Should do something with that to begin with.
I
The
want to
guy
say
friend.
something, and this is like a huge assumption to make.
Mm-hmm.
It almost sounds like he likes her more than she likes him.
Maybe. I mean, he did say at the end that he used to like worship.
Yeah, he used to like
He was.
worship her, and like the minute if she wanted him to cut him off, he would have done it immediately. No argument, nothing.
It sounds like, or she just didn't feel, or like in past relationships, she never felt completely set in. So having those like second options, if
Mm,
something were to fail,
yeah.
as like a safety net was kind of a thing for her. Still not right, but you
She's
know.
allowed to feel uncomfortable cutting off a coworker. Those aren't
You can feel
boundaries. He
uncomfortable,
laid
but
out rules. What the fuck?
he did not say that she had to do it. It was just kind of like a, hey, can you please? It's uncomfortable for me.
Right, like, just break up with her. Seriously, dude, set her free.
People.
Dude, how do you not get that it's not about some random coworker's feelings? It's about her comfort at work. They don't work together. They're not at the job at the same time.
And
What?
yeah, they're not around each other long enough for it to matter. One.
It's about how easy it is for her to function comfortably at her job. She didn't say it would make him uncomfortable. You're the asshole telling her how to manage her work relationships, because so nobody is even talking about the other guy. Everyone's stuck on the first dude.
And they sound dumb.
No, yeah, they do.
That's her relationship. That's her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's supposed to protect her. If he feels like she needs protecting from her coworker, he has the right to say, "Hey, can you not?"
A boundary is something related to your own behavior. Once it's about someone else's behavior, it becomes a rule.
What?
Yeah. Why do I keep picking ones like this?
Like that just sounds dumb.
Is this real? You're really complaining about your girlfriend not cheating on you and keeping things professional with other guys that she has to work with? She only has to work with the one guy. What the fuck? Right? I'm not mixing that up, right?
You know.
Yeah, no.
The
It's
other
just the
guy's in
other
college with a girlfriend.
was in college.
Was in college.
Yeah.
That has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Not the asshole. And on that note, thank you for watching / listening. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on, not watch us, listen to us. You can also
Hold
watch us
on.
on Spotify.
I wasn't done. I'm so sorry. A response. This is about the I think second guy. Finally,
Okay.
a response after 2 days is flirty behavior. Because I did find that part a little weird when he had one of his female friends text the guy with the girlfriend, and he like responded to her story. Most attractive women have a guy or two at work, or a handful of them who are just awful, and we handle it. Yeah, that's not normal. That's not normal. Go to HR.
No, it's normal, but you don't have their number, and you
Right,
don't
that
respond
part.
to them.
That part.
Cause trust me, I've had a few coworkers. I currently still work with one that tried to get my number.
See, I feel like I want to know where she's working, because if it is male dominated, I would agree with you. But if it's like a regular like office job,
But it's yes, I work in a male dominant area, but there's still also men working in those areas. So just being surrounded by men and having to do like knowing how that works.
Can you guys tell I don't have a job? All you've done is express to your girlfriend that you don't trust her and that you're not a safe person to tell everything to, and she's not going to tell you anymore. That's the boundary she already had, and you proved her correct. OP responded, a little bit of an update. The Mark guy wanted to sext after a few exchanges. Mind you, he already has a loving girlfriend. My girlfriend is connected to her too. So why would anyone want their partner to have a connection with such a scum cheater?
And he didn't voice that he doesn't trust her. He literally said that he does trust her. It isn't her, it's them.
Hold on. Yeah, because the first one is John. The one she works with is John. Why is everyone assuming that her and Mark are working together? If she's not going to associate with him, then she would have to quit her job. No, she wouldn't. You're stupid. Reread it.
Yeah, I think they're just assuming shit and just
No,
typing out of their
yeah.
ass.
Okay. I said it. So, if your girlfriend is connected to his girlfriend, why can't... Did none of you read what he just fucking wrote? Are you all stupid?
Yes.
As they're all replying to OP.
Yes.
You can't just accept that you're likely reading too much into their friendship?
No.
No, I don't think that's what's happening. So you stalked this dude and then baited him to sex with you.
No.
You're lying. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to get the fuck out of this comment section. Goodbye.
On that note, you can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. If you have any Aim of the Asshole stories that you would like us to react to, or any advice that you would like us to give, or any advice that's of like Reddit you would like us to give, any paranormal stories of your own that you would like us to give, or any Wattpad stories that you would like us to react to, you can email it at amitheasshole@gmail.com. They'll be on the screen here. We thank you for watching / listening, and a good night.